Welcome back to the backyard. As with previous videos I've shot back here, please bear with the background noise. So based on the clickbaity thumbnail I used, I bet you weren't expecting this in the video, but this is my Big Igloo cooler. I've had it for about 3 or 4 years, and this summer we broke it out and used it while we were camping. And we ran into a little bit of a problem. The plastic latches here, they were split. This one actually broke off completely. Now, it was able to seal, and we had 40 pounds of ice in there, so it held out even though it had the sun beating down on it for about 2 days, and it was in the 90s. It still worked just fine, but I'd like to have a working latch. Well, instead of just buying a whole new cooler, I went online and did some research and found out you can buy replacement parts. So I found a company down in St. Petersburg, Florida called JSP Manufacturing, and they make replacement latches for this in addition to all kinds of other parts, spare parts, and accessories for all different kinds of applications. So you might want to check them out. I'll go ahead and include a link. I actually bought it off of Amazon, selected free shipping. I don't have Amazon Prime, and got this in the mail in less than a week. Let's go ahead and open it up. I believe they had individual latches and then they had a kit, and I just decided to go ahead and order the kit. So you can see here's a set of latches and screws. Additionally, here's a set of hinges and screws. The hinges are on the back side here. See, they're still in good shape. So I'm going to hold on to these hinges as spare parts for when I need them. Made in the USA, and these are also made in the USA. I'm going to go ahead and replace these hinges right now. It's fairly simple. Just going to use the Phillips screwdriver on my Leatherman Wave, and I'll take out the 3 screws to hold what's left of the hinge on this. So I probably could have just left this part on. See if it matches up. Yeah, it does. Okay, so this original piece matches up. I'm just going to go ahead and put it back. Okay, so here's the first thing I noticed is when they molded this, they did not drill holes for the screws. So I'm going to see if I can just force it through. Got to be careful here not to poke myself in the finger. They might have done it that way to save some money on manufacturing. They might have done it that way just so when you dig through the plastic, it kind of gives you a little bit more grip. Yeah, see, it's poking through. So I'll just go ahead and put the screw on the screwdriver, just take my finger there and kind of use it as a guide. Just kind of force it through, give it a little push as I turn. Or I could get a drill and a drill bit and drill a hole. I would recommend drilling a small hole. That way, once again, you've got some plastic here for it to bite into. Once I've got the points through, all the way, not the screws through, just the tips, the points, I'll line it up with the holes. And then pushing as I turn, drive them through the rest of the way. What I don't want to do is I don't want to strip out the holes. There needs to be some material here for the screws to bite into. If the holes got too big and there was slop in this, I'd go up one size on the screw. Just go to the hardware store, get something of equal length, but one size up in diameter. These are probably number 6s or number 8s, so I'd replace it with a number 8 or number 10. go. I'll go ahead and get the other side. I'll try this again with the camera positioned closer. So simply take out the old screws. If these are corroded, I wouldn't reuse them. Or if the Phillips head there was stripped out, I wouldn't reuse them. I mean, there's nothing wrong with reusing these. Or you can just go ahead and use the new screws there. The reason I'm not is these are in perfectly fine condition. You see, this one's still okay somewhat, but I'm going to go ahead and replace them both because it's starting to split there. I'm going to go ahead and leave this in place, so just keep that as a spare part. And then once again, a little bit closer up here, hopefully you can see it. There's so much glare on the camera, I can't see if this is in frame. So there's no holes drilled through there. You can take a small drill and drill a hole, or you can simply take the old screws or the new screws provided and give it a push. Be careful not to poke through and jab your finger or your hand. Eventually it'll bite into the plastic. There we go. Now all you need to do is get the point through. And I dropped it. There we go. Once you can feel the thread start to bite in there, point just comes right through. Line it up here on the post. Line up the two holes in the back. You don't want to oval out the holes or make new holes. The whole point is to try not to damage this in case I have to replace these again. Hopefully I get 3 to 4 years out of these. And you see, I'm doing a little bit on either side. I'm not just screwing one side down and screwing the other side down. You don't want to do that. You'll end up with a problem. It won't seat properly. You could even damage the holes, and then you got to go and get the larger diameter screws. Okay, let's test and see how well it works. So they're on there right now. It's not coming off. Works just fine. So there you go. How to repair the latches on your American-made cooler with American-made replacement parts and not have to go out and buy a whole new cooler. I'll include a link to JSP Manufacturing and the Amazon page where I found the parts in the description below. Thanks so much for watching.